Welcome back, everybody. Tony Tubes here for podcast number 2 for the Tube Review podcast. Here, podcasting live out of Redfield, South Dakota. It is 1/29/2019 at 10:43 in the p.m. and it's cold outside, kids. It's cold as shit outside. It's like when I went to go pick up the wife from work, I think it said it was like 22 degrees, and I think my brother-in-law said it was supposed to get down to like 44 degrees below zero. It's 22 degrees below zero right now in Redfield, South Dakota. Well, I have been reading a lot of stuff, and I've been watching a lot of movies, and I wanted to talk about something that I kind of had a little bit of I had a little bit of an idea for, and I if you look back on Tube Review, I talked about the future of Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and LA. And I can't get away from it, man. I really want to see something else come out, and at this point in time, I don't even really care if it's Kurt Russell. I mean, I would love to see Kurt Russell come back as Snake Plissken and do kind of an old man snake thing. At this point, it might even just be kind of beating a dead horse. I'm not sure, because they could do this either way. I have a little bit of an idea. I have kind of like an opening, and I just wanted to kind of share a little bit of that opening with you because we deserve another Snake Plissken movie, and we deserve a really good Snake Plissken movie. And with what they can do these days, I think I don't see why we shouldn't have another Snake Plissken movie because we have all these other things coming out and that really kind of suck. Like, I just got done watching the new Predator movie, and I'm sorry, guys, but stop putting kids in your fucking movies. Stop putting kids in movies that shouldn't have kids in them. Jurassic Park worked. Okay, that was one movie that worked. It was terrifying because there was kids there and everything. Stop fucking bringing that in. I hate it when they bring these kids into these movies they have no business being in, because it just more or less ticks me off these days. Because yeah, like I said, Jurassic Park worked, but but they keep coming out with all these new movies, Predator movies and Terminator movies, and rehashing a lot of old stuff and rebooting and remaking and sequeling and prequeling and all this stuff. And I just think that we need a new Escape movie. And so I'm going to pitch you my Escape from, it's called Escape from America. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, title pending. But I'm just going to read you what I have. And if you don't know about Escape from New York or Escape from LA, there were movies that came out in the 80s and the 90s about a character named Snake Plissken, who in the first movie, New York, Manhattan Island is made into a penitentiary. They wall it off and they mine the bridges and stuff like that. And they make it into a penitentiary for America. And so the president of the United States, his plane crashes, Air Force One crashes in there, and Snake Plissken, who is an outlaw, but a very, very good, well-decorated outlaw, he is tasked with, they pretty much blackmail him into going into the New York State or the New York Maximum Penitentiary to save the president. And then the second one is Escape from LA. Same premise, pretty much. Like America's kind of become like a Christian youth camp. Like no smoking, no drinking, no foul language, nothing. Like the president is this kind of insanely religious person, but he's also just kind of a bad guy. He accepts a lifetime term of presidency, but this earthquake happens and it kind of like fucking makes parts of LA just fall into the ground and shit. And so there's this isolated spot, and they use that as the penitentiary. And Snake Plissken has to go in there and recover a CD with a tape. Fuck, I think it's a tape, something like that. It's a disc. It's a disc with a bunch of shit on it. He has to go in there and recover that and stuff like that. They're really cool premises, and they're cool movies. I think that we could do better, though. I really think that we could do better when it comes to Snake Plissken. And so this is my Escape from America. Escape from America treatment right here. And it's not too long. It is 2025. Nuclear strikes against the United States of America have left the coasts obliterated and contaminated. After a mass evacuation of the so-called essential citizens, approximately 900,000 survivors / non-essential former citizens of the United States of America still occupy what used to be known as the Midwest, but now is known as the Dark S. And I might put a graphic up here, and it might be crude and shit like that, but it's just something that I just threw together at the last minute. The only habitable part of what remains of the United States, the Dark S. November 5th, 2026. Leaders of the world come together at the World Conference held in Japan to discuss peace talks. At this conference, the leaders of the world decide that in order for mankind to survive, rehabilitation would have to become a thing of the past. Fear itself would become the one thing to keep the world from self-annihilation. November 14th, 2026. The borders of the United States are ordered to be walled off. America would now be used as the global penitentiary for all of the world's criminals. October 5th, 2027. The World Police Force is implemented. Armed towers and encampments, as well as state-of-the-art laser security nets, are implemented to ensure that nobody escapes by land. Military-funded dark drones, created with upgraded AI technology, police the skies and oceans, armed and programmed to destroy anything coming in or going out. December 25th, 2027. Merry Christmas. Countries from around the world begin transporting every non-law-abiding citizen to the Dark S. The World Police Force is tasked with taking militant, resistant, and violent religious groups by any means necessary for immediate deportation to the U.S. The rules are simple. Once you go in, you don't come out. 2034. Now. I think that's really awesome. And if you get down on Escape from New York and Escape from LA, you can probably get down on that too. But the sky's the limit after that. Like that's a really cool opening, and we need Snake Plissken. The kids of the world need to know who Snake Plissken is. So yeah, that's my treatment for Escape from America. The continuing adventures of Snake Plissken, or it could be somebody else set in the same kind of world. Like, I don't even know how you would do it, but you could even just mention Snake in there or something like that. But yeah, I think that either way, and that way, even if they wanted to get somebody else just in the same kind of universe, but still just as badass. I don't know. I think it could work. I really think it could work, even without Kurt Russell in it as Snake Plissken. I really think that it would be amazing. And I really want, if you guys have ideas as to how to expand on this, I mean, let's write this shit together. Let's do this shit because it's so important. There's such good movies, and I think that, the first one was a great film, but I think that just technology of the time and stuff kind of hindered that film a little bit. Not saying that it's not a wonderful, wonderful film, but it's just, I think that with better technology, Escape from New York would have been even better. And I think that Escape from LA, I see what they were doing. I enjoyed that movie. I really did. But I can see where the people kind of have a complaint about it. It's kind of cheesy in some parts, and the story's kind of ludicrous, and how certain things happen, the laws of physics just don't allow, but it's a good, like, turn your brain off and watch an action flick with Snake Plissken. But I just think that they could do it, and they could do it in the same spirit as the first one, but make it even dirtier, grittier, make it more mind-blowing to look at, just to see, something like that. I don't know, man. I just hope that they do something with Snake Plissken here soon, and that's my treatment for Escape from America. With Snake Plissken, the continuing adventures of Snake Plissken, or somebody else. And it could be guy, girl, I don't care. I want to put a transgendered person in there, cool by me. Just make them a badass, and let's do this, So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to talk about today was Snake Plissken, because I love Snake Plissken, and I miss Snake Plissken, and we need to have more Snake Plissken in our life. And I want to see where that story goes. like I really do. I want to see where the Snake Plissken story goes after LA. Like that would be amazing. So I want to check it out. I want to continue writing this as I go along and everything. And if I come up with more, I'll put it out there and everything. But yeah, yeah, Snake Plissken, Escape from America, sounds good to me. But you're watching. This is Tube Review, the Tube Review podcast on our channel, Tube Review. Check out our sister channel, Silver Screen Showdown, on YouTube. And we'll link all this, and we'll link that in the description below and everything. Check me out on Twitter at TonyTubezer. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Silver Screen Showdown on Twitter at Screen Showdown. Sorry, I keep screwing that up. At Screen Showdown. Yeah, check that out. Check out our tube riffs on this site. Tube riffs are amazing. Check out. I got stand-up comedy on here. I got tube riffs. I have toys swearing at each other. I have reviews, trailer reviews. You know, all sorts of stuff. So check it out. And you guys have a good evening. I want to hear what you guys think about having another Snake Plissken movie, and what you thought, if my little treatment there was worth a shit or not. So we'll see you guys later.